Hello guys, today I want to show you a quick trick how to assign current value, current timestamp on the created ad or updated ad, and why would you need to do that. So for example, to create new data for performance reasons, you don't use Eloquent create, but instead use insert. For example, we do that in CSV import in our quick admin panel. It's a trait that is used in many models, that's why it's flexible with $model as a variable. But basically how it works is you add a CSV import, you choose a file, you choose CSV, which has two columns, amount of transaction and transaction date. So those two columns, you choose the columns to assign to, and for that import to be faster, we don't use Eloquent create, we use Eloquent insert, like it would be, for example, transaction insert. Something like that. The problem with that insert, that is not Eloquent insert, it's query builder insert. Which means, for example, that timestamps will not be automatically filled in, created at and updated at. And that may be a problem. So I want to show you a trick in migrations, how to still use insert here, but have default values directly from the migration. So if we don't change anything, so when we import the 100 rows, it is in my CSV, and if we take a look at the database, refresh, we have transactions but without created at and updated at. And to change that, in the migration, in the original migration of that field of timestamps, let's take a look what inside of those timestamps. It's actually two timestamp method calls with precision, which we don't really care about, and both nullable. Let's override them. Instead of timestamps, you can do, instead of this timestamp, of course it should be table timestamp. And then we don't need the precision, and instead of being nullable by default, we will use a function called useCurrent. In the older versions of Laravel, you can find some tutorials where it is raw query of useCurrent timestamp, but at some point Laravel introduced useCurrent. So we delete the timestamps, we remigrate the data. So I remigrate the data, and those users and roles come from our quick admin panel. So by the way, if you want to generate something like this, you can use quickadminpanel.com. And let's refresh. We have 100 transactions seeded with the seeds, and let's import another 100. We parse the CSV, we import the data. So there are 200 transactions now, and if we refresh the page, so the first transactions were seeded with the default seeder. So that's Eloquent with factories. And then if we go below 100, we have this. So this is done with useCurrent, and updated at is still nullable because in our migration we have this. So overall point, if you use insert query builder and still want to define the created at, you can define useCurrent directly in the migrations. That's it, a quick tip. If you want more tips, subscribe to the channel because I keep shooting daily videos on this channel. And see you guys in those other videos.